What you mean you don't know Pana? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?
What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dopeaxxpana, guys. If you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all that, then you guys already know what time it is. I'm gonna be doing some large knotless box braids on myself, and I know y'all see these inches. You have to be impressed because, baby, it's only been probably a little over a year now that I've been growing my hair out, and it was down to the skin. So I'm super excited for this growth. So in this video, I'm really going to be showing you guys how I part my own hair, because that is like the biggest question that I get from people. And there are a couple different methods that I use. Let's start off by telling you guys the product that I'm using. It is Evolving Textures O-Gel. I really do love the way that this works on my hair, but actually from now on I'll probably be using lock-in, because I did need something that was just a little bit stronger, and this kind of like not reverted my hair but left it feeling just really greasy. So today I am using a precision parting comb, but that's literally only because I moved to LA, y'all, and I didn't bring all of my tools and my products, so that's what I had on hand. But y'all know my magic blue comb is just really, no comb is gonna hit like that. But I am gonna be trying my best to define these parts. So I am using a mirror to like look in another mirror, and I also started to use my camera, which like this was actually lit. Like, so basically I'm looking in the camera like through the mirror. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Or I'm looking through the mirror like at the camera, a little bit of both, but this actually worked so good and so bomb, like to help me get my parts straight. One thing I want to tell you guys when you're doing your own hair, like if you are someone who is hella particular about your parts, like you're gonna have to let that go, sis, because it is very hard to get 100% perfect parts on your own natural hair. And like the more you sit there trying to like perfect it and like just get it perfect, because you have to realize like even when you're looking in a mirror, you're doing everything backwards, right? So like sometimes you might try to correct a part and you make it worse, and then you're like, oh my god, like, and you got to go back and redo it. So let that go. Just try to get it as perfect as you can, and I promise every single time you do it, you will definitely get better. But my parts were not perfect. This was actually my first time doing knotless box braids on myself, so I was really happy with the way that they turned out, but I already knew how I could make it better. Y'all, I left these braids in for 2 days, okay? And I know y'all like, Pana, what? You did all that work for 2 days? This style actually took me 3 hours to do, which is not that bad. If I did it straight through, like I was watching Netflix shows and doing all type of stuff and recording, so it did take me a little bit longer. But if I did it straight through, it might have been only 2 hours. But the reason why I took it down, okay, is because I was like trying to do the whole like fluffy edges thing, and it just was not a look for me. It wasn't working. So I left out too much baby hair. The braids just didn't really last that long for me because I can only grip my hair so well. Like this is just a method that I have to practice on myself. And then I was going to the baby concert, and I just didn't want to have these braids. I didn't want to redo these braids. Like I was going for a certain look, so I had to take these down. But when you do your hair yourself, you could do that, right? So I know like somebody had seen me on Instagram because I posted not too long after I posted I did my hair, and they said, I know you did take those braids out. I said, oh yes, baby, I sure did. But I would probably put these back in just a little bit smaller. So here you guys can see me in the mirror checking my part. One like thing that I can tell you to really help you is like when you're parting from ear to ear, just try to make sure your parts on each side is like symmetrical. So if you stop at like the tip of your eyebrow, you want to stop at the tip of your eyebrow on the other side, and that'll help you make sure that your part is straight. I feel like for box braids it's kind of easy to part, but I would highly recommend pre-parting, because I didn't do that for myself, and when I got to the top section, the parts just weren't hitting as hard as they could be. So I pre-part on other people all the time, but I didn't really do it on myself. And I mean like pre-part the full hairstyle, just because like when you get to those top sections, like sometimes it's too much, and which is what happened in my case. Like sometimes it's too much or your parts just ain't matching up. So always pre-part. It'll be quicker, easier, all that for you. Okay, so let's actually talk about doing these braids. I use the same feed and braid method that I do for pretty much all my braids when I'm gonna slide in a piece where in between my pointer and my thumb finger and keep braiding. The only thing that I do different is because one of my arms is coming from the other side, I obviously can't keep this hand position for too long. Unless you're like a contortionist or something, you might be lit. But once I get like 4 or 5 inches down the braid, I am gonna have to switch my hand position, and you kind of have to turn the braid. And so I also think that me having to do that is what made these braids not be as tight, because when I used to do this with regular box braids, like the traditional ones, it wouldn't really be an issue. But you have to remember, like, that hair is really anchored on at that root. So yeah, you do have to turn the braid. And for some reason, like, I couldn't figure out how to feed in on top, so I'm going underneath. So I just really had to turn the braid. So you guys will see me switch my hand position like right here, because you see my arm is trying to stretch and it's like, oh yeah, no baby. So I'm gonna switch my hand position. I'm keeping the braid the same right here and braiding over. You don't want to flip the braid around until you get past your natural hair. For me, my natural hair is really short, so I'm gonna add in a piece right where it stops. That's gonna prevent me from having like pieces of my hair sticking out, because this piece of braiding hair is really gonna anchor that last little stubborn blunt piece of my hair, and it's going to prevent that from sticking out. So I've shared that with you guys in another box braid video before. But yeah, once you guys see me switch my hand position, then I can really start braiding. But I still haven't switched it yet. You'll see me twist the braid in a second. Boom, I'm still braiding the same way. And that's why you guys will see, like, you can kind of see where my braid transitions and stuff. But honestly, when you dip it, a lot of those flaws and stuff won't really show. But you guys can kind of see it here when the braid is not dipped. Damn, when are you gonna flip it, sis? Like, come on. Okay, when I'm adding hair in, I keep it like this way, because I can't add in hair the other way. Or wait, no, I'm doing something. Y'all, I don't know if I can really give y'all a tutorial on this. Like, I'm kind of just, it looks like I'm just going with the, like, what is that? I'm just going with the flow here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to re-record this video, because what? It turned out cute though. So let's wait till we get to the finished look. Alright, so any braider who braids their own hair, we all know the famous, like, put it in your mouth trick and braid down. This was burning my lips. I don't know if it ever burns your lips, but I was like, yeah, this is burning my lips. But y'all, this is like gonna help you braid down faster, especially if you want your braids to be long, and obviously your hands can only reach down so far. So I do put the hair in my mouth and do this, which is like not super sanitary. But please do not do this on your regular clients. I actually seen a braider do a full tutorial for feed-in braids. This was a little while ago. And she was showing how to do the feed-in braids, and she was putting each piece of hair in her mouth and stretching it. That's nasty as hell. Stay board will definitely get you on that, especially with COVID. I don't know how her method changed with COVID going on, but do not do that on your clients. Do not put anything in your mouth. It is just so unsanitary and nasty. But when it's your own hair, though, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay? And really, when we think about it, it's nasty, because think about how many hands in the floor that this braiding hair had been on, and then my husband kissing me. Ooh, sweet. But I was cute though. So yeah, I guess this video is just more about parting, because I realized, like, it's really hard to explain how to, like, DIY yourself. I'm gonna have to just, like, show you guys one braid a little bit slower, maybe in another tutorial. So if that's something that you guys want to see, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get that out to you guys. But I was really happy with the way that these turned out. I just knew that they could be better. But first of all, it's been a minute, y'all, since I have even braided my own hair, because, like, why would I do that when I could just pay somebody else to do it? But if you guys like to see more DIY videos, then just let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get more DIY videos out to you guys. Yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. Alright guys, so we are coming up on the last braid. You guys can see that I left a lot of edges out. I was going to try to do like the fluffy edge type thing, and then I was like, no, let me just lay them down. I really should have cut them, y'all, because they're really long, but I tell y'all this all the time. My forehead is really, really big. Like, I need to have baby hairs. I need something sitting on my forehead. I need my forehead decorated, period, because I just do. Like, I really just do. So Anyway, we're on this last braid. I'm gonna go ahead and do my finishing touches. As always, I use my Figural mousse. I usually use this or the Bronner Brothers styling foam, and I had already did my edges, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do these finishing touches, and then I'm gonna dip my hair and I'll do my final look reveal for y'all. So I know y'all see a bunch of people in the camera. You're gonna see Dre and Krusty and Monty. Y'all, we all living together right now in LA, so our house is literally a vibe. But anyway, this is my finished look here. I hope you guys really enjoyed and loved this video. Okay, because period, these braids were giving everything that it needed to give for the full 2 days. Like, actually, now that I'm looking at these, I could have just kept these in. I don't know why I didn't. I could have honestly really just kept these in, but I'm loving the way that it turned out. My parts at the top, they just like, they okay for me. You know, as a braider, we're really meticulous about those type of things. So I was just irritated by that, but I love these braids. Dre hella wanted me to get these. He hella loved these on me. So that's really all that matters, period. If you guys like these DIY videos, let me know in the comment section down below, or let me know by smashing that like button, and I'll do more for you guys. And as always, I will catch you guys in my next video. I'm out.
What you mean you don't know Panna? She's dope. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?